What's up guys, part 3 of the FZR. Oh, it's still all apart. We've taken the radiator out so we can get to the spark plugs. Radiator was very easy, you just undo a bolt on this side and the other side and it just popped out really easy. All the fluid's out for the most part. It's still a bit in the motor, but we'll bleed all that out soon. And we've taken out a spark plug and that's what they look like. I mean, it's not terrible, but we'll replace them anyway. So that's what we're doing now. All right, so we'll get one in. We're hoping that the bike will start up a little bit better with the new spark plugs. Because it's been having, like, we did get it started at one point, but it took a little bit. So we're hoping that's just the spark plugs that's the issue. And we're also gonna scope it. We're gonna have a look inside the cylinder head.
Oh, that's so tight, I can barely get the camera in. Yeah, there's no movement at all. I mean, look, it looks all right. There's a bit of carbon build-up, but you know.
Yeah, it's not too bad though.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Feel healthy.
So the cylinder looks all good. We'll put this plug in, sort of see how we go from there.
Be careful never to over torque spark plugs. It's sort of like oil filter. You can pretty much just do it hand tight. Because if you tighten it too much, you can damage the cylinder head. You can snap a spark plug off. It is a nightmare to get it out on a motor like this.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering why our audio quality's been a bit crappy lately, it's because every time we make a video, it starts raining and there's a tin roof, so that's all you can hear. It's really annoying, but you know, it's winter, we've got to deal with it. So not that bad.
Yeah, that's actually not that bad. I mean, it's not terrible, you know? Could be a lot worse.
I was kind of hoping they were really bad, so that way it's definitely the problem.
Oh, no, that's not helping at all. But, I mean, spark plugs isn't a, you know, fix-all for everything, but it will certainly make a good difference. That's the main thing.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it will.
Just want it to start up and keep running. I'm just like hoping one of them is just like really bad.
One of them snapped off in half or something.
Yeah.
Hey, at least your bike came with spark plugs. The Vulcan came with one.
Really?
Yeah. So I was trying to look how much they are because they're not that common.
Yeah.
The spark plug that it needs. The ones that were in it weren't even the ones that it recommended. They were like just some random ones. Okay.
Oh. Well, that's 2 in, so just hoping one of them's really bad, so that's the problem the bike's been having. There's a couple of Parker globes that it needs as well, they're a bit blown. I also need to pull the dash cluster out because that's got a couple of blown globes. That's a pain in the ass because I've got to remove the screen and do a bunch of other stuff, but we'll get there. All right, all the spark plugs are in, so we're gonna kick it over, see what happens. Hopefully it'll start up. I better turn the fuel on.
Choke maybe.
It's on, oh, it wasn't on full choke. Almost started.
It sounds better.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that's brand new.
Yeah, that started up much better. Sounds better.
Yeah, it's got a slight backfire, but that's probably still all the
I had the fuel, I drained the fuel out of the carbies before.
Look at that, perfect. Look at that, no at all. Yeah, so it still needs a little bit of choke, but we got everything off it.
Yeah. Well, that's a plus. It actually started and it ran pretty good. That's the best it's ran since I've bought it. So
yeah, it should be fine. Yep, button back up.
Easy. So Well, now that's all good and running, I'm pretty happy. So now we'll probably put the radiator back on.
Test ride.
We'll change the oil first too.
Yeah.
I think what we'll do is we'll put the radiator back on, flush all that out, do all that properly, then we'll change the oil and then take it for a test drive. Stick around. Well, actually fired up, can't believe it.
Yeah, it's perfect now.
Yeah, well, it wasn't even like making the same noise before as it was before.
No, just instantly zoom.
Yeah. Yeah, because before I didn't know whether we were taking the tank off again, so I turned the tap off and let it run out.
Yeah.
So it was just trying to fill itself back up with fuel.
Yep. Yeah, easy. So we just button it back up.
Yeah. Do we want to flush that out first, or just put the radiator on and then flush through the radiator?
Where's the radiator?
It's over this side.
We might just give these hose connectors a light sand, or that one at least, a really light sand. It's got a bit of build up.
All right.
Just while it's off, and as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
right.
look at all the scale build up. But look, it is just cut flaking off.
We'll clean all that up and.
Yeah, it's got a bit of pitting you can see around there, but it should still be alright. Yeah. It's not that bad.
I've also sent the I've also sent the performance exhaust off to get repaired too, so we'll have that back today. So we'll put that on as well, and that'll be pretty cool.
Which, keep in mind, if it's being tuned, if the carb is being tuned in the right jet into that exhaust, that could be just the last thing that's why it's not just running absolutely mint. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah. But what, considering how much you're in the hole by the time you do an oil change, $100 maybe?
Well, so far, it cost me $16 for the oil filter, $32 for the spark plugs, and about $20 for, $30 for coolant. So it's like, it's about $85 just out of that stuff.
That's pretty good considering.
Okay, so far with the bike, it didn't run when I bought it. So it cost me $80 for a battery, about $85 for everything we've done so far. So coolant, spark plugs, oil filter. It's going to be about another $60 for oil. And a couple of globes here and there. So far the bike has only cost me, it's definitely less than $300 to get running from it not running. It's just taken a bit of time, a bit of effort. It does need a new rear tire, but I'll probably get a new tire on the Triumph and then put the old tire off the Triumph onto this. But once that's done, it's pretty much roadworthy, so it's not a bad buy. Like, I was really worried that I was going to need to get piston rings and all that sort of stuff, but so far I'm pretty happy. It is running for less than $300. So if you ever come across a bike that looks really good, but you're not sure if it runs and stuff like that, it's always a gamble, but sometimes you can get away with not spending much money on getting it fixed. So yeah, we were trying to figure out how to drain the coolant out, but I forgot I had a drain plug in it, so we're going to do that.
Isn't this nice though? This is a Japanese bike. That's what they do. They're courteous.
Yeah.
Unlike a Harley.
I should have done that before I fucking pulled all the hoses off, but I completely forgot it was there.
It's alright. Yeah, pretty much all the Japanese cars I've owned actually have drain plugs.
Yeah.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, the cars, like most cars do.
Yeah, look, that is like, it's
super easy.
It's not terrible coolant. It's pretty good. It's not the best I've ever seen, but you also keep in mind, we have no idea how long that's been sitting in there. That could have been sitting in there for 15 years or a week.
I might actually be able to get this thing running today. It's going to be so, like, I might be able to ride this thing today. It's going to be cool. Oh, what are you doing now?
I'm checking to see if that works.
So Gabriel's just testing the thermal fan, see if it actually works.
Yep.
Looks like it works. Sweet.
Now does the switch working?
I'm sure it does.
I just wanted to, look, it takes like, what, 2 minutes and then we just know for sure. All right, how do we put this back together?
So that's the radiator back in.
Yep, chuck coolant in, warm it up to make sure it's going through. Yeah. Does it have
some coolant? The stuff's 8 year. No wonder why it was still okay. 500,000 kilometers. Plenty of kilometers. This is like never replace ever.
I mean, don't buy the stuff that they say, like, you know, one in the lifetime of the vehicle, because their definition of the lifetime is not 500,000 Ks. Ow, carbies are exposed.
I'm not pouring it over here.
All right, all right.
Or maybe I am. All right, so we're gonna bleed the system now. We're gonna do it outside so we don't make a mess. And so we don't kill ourselves with carbon monoxide.
So bad. Needs the airbox not so bad. Which way is the choco out?
Back.
Oh, that might help. Look how sexy they look, carbies, man. Look at that.
So yeah, the coolant's all done. We let that run for a little bit, bled the system. We got it back inside now, so I've got the airbox and everything put back together. Actually changed the oil as well while I was there. So it's got fresh oil in it. I didn't do it on camera because I'm sure most of you guys know how to do that. But if you've got one of these and you don't know where the oil filter is, it's in this little casing right there. You just undo that and the air filters and the oil filter is in there. So we did start it up, runs much better. I'll start it up for you guys soon. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it all back together and then quickly take it for a ride and see how it goes from there. Haven't ridden it yet, so I'm excited to see how it goes. All right, so the side fairings are on, nice and easy. Now I'm just gonna put the tank cover back on and the seats, change the battery back over to the one that comes with it, and she's good to go for a ride. All right, so now she's a complete bike again. Time for a test ride. Anyway guys, that's it for today. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I hope you've been enjoying this series. I think that about wraps it up for it. I think all we need to do now is bleed the brakes and put a new tyre on the back of it. Apart from that, she's done. So I think that wraps up for this FZR series. Hope you've enjoyed it. Next video will be about either the CB or the Vulcan, so stick around for those. Make sure to like and subscribe, you know, all the usual stuff. Comment below what you think. I've got the other exhaust fixed, so we'll put that on and I might give you guys a clip of that later on in another video, but for now, she's done. All right, see you later.
Thanks for watching. Bye guys, catch you next time. Please.
It's squealy.
Did it actually leave anything in the pen?
Yeah, a little bit.
Ah, it's pathetic.